Hey there, Jeff here, and today we're talking about how to create and distribute content to get what it is that you do in front of as many people as possible and successfully monetize your skills online and off.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You know you could.
What's happening? Jeff here, coming to you from the home office in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, if you've spent any time on the internet over the last 20 plus years or so, you've probably heard the familiar saying, content is king. If you think about it for even a second, it becomes pretty obvious that the entire online world is made up of some form of content, usually through written articles, presentations, images, videos, audio, and an infinite number of combinations in between. Now, all of this content essentially adds up to everything we search for and consume on the internet. Now, it used to be that only major media outlets were able to produce and publish such a massive amount of content on a regular basis. But with the rise of social media over the last several years, combined with the decreasing cost of the tools and platforms for creating and distributing your own content to a global audience, pretty much anyone with a cell phone at this point can potentially launch their own little media empire from the palm of their hand. It's gotten to the point where no matter what you do, if you don't have at least some kind of content floating around out there on the internet somewhere, very few people will be aware of what you offer, let alone do business with you. This, by the way, has nothing to do with quality. You can literally be the best at what you do, but nobody will be able to find you if they don't know you exist. So the way people will get to know you and ultimately become interested in doing any kind of business with you will usually be from discovering you through the content you put out across your various online platforms like social media and your own website. This is what's known as content marketing, and as I said a moment ago, is absolutely key to getting other people on board with what you're promoting and gives you the best shot at building a loyal following who could very well become your best customers. Since content is so important, what exactly should you be putting out and how often? Those might sound like basic questions, but that's exactly what people in businesses are struggling with every day. Hopefully after watching this, you'll come away with an actionable strategy that won't leave you feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. Now, I'm going to assume you don't have the time, resources, or probably even the interest in figuring out how to dream up, edit, and post brand new relevant content tailored specifically to every existing and emerging social media channel on a daily basis for the next year or more. Unless you have the resources to hire a team of professional editors, social media managers, and media buyers, there are two words to remember that'll significantly help up your content game, getting you posting like a pro and driving the right kind of attention with far less time or effort than you may think. These two magic words are repurposing and syndication, both of which can be achieved quickly, affordably, and even automatically with the help of some simple tools. The basic idea behind repurposing is when you take a single piece of content like a blog article, a video, audio podcast, and reuse it in different ways, formatting it specifically for the particular social channel you're posting on. So let's say you write an article about 3 to 6 pages in length that clocks in around 5 to 10 minutes when you read it out loud. Well, not only could you use that article as a blog post, that article could be used as a video script that you record and upload to YouTube. You could then grab just the audio from the video and use it to create a short-form podcast episode. Now, if you really wanted to stretch it out, you could also edit several 1-minute clips using either the audio or the video from your script and create short posts across all of your social channels. Notice all of that content came from just one article. Depending on the length of your script, you can continue using it in one form or another, essentially giving yourself days or possibly even weeks of consistent material that'll continue to represent you as long as people search for stuff online. Now, the other concept you'll want to master is syndication. This is where all of your content will go after it's been repurposed. In other words, the article you write would go on your blog, while the video you record goes up on YouTube, and then the audio becomes a podcast on platforms like Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and so on. Then, of course, the shorter edits can be posted on your various social media accounts or used to create memes, infographics, or any other type of content you can creatively come up with. Of course, you can always manually upload all of this content to the different platforms directly, or you can save yourself a ton of time by automating this process with the help of some pretty awesome tools. And while it is possible to cross-post between Instagram and a Facebook page and even schedule when a post will appear, getting your content up on all of the platforms can be a time-consuming and frustrating process, especially when you consider that each platform has specific formatting and time requirements. The best way to get all of your content syndicated quickly and in the right format is to use some kind of scheduling tool. Some examples of these would be tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, and Publer, to name a few. These tools will let you connect to all of your different social accounts and schedule them to post everywhere at once, or you can even plan your posts to go out at predetermined times and dates. These scheduling tools come with various features that you can research and compare for your needs, but at the very least, any one of them should let you plan your calendar in advance and automate the job of getting your content on whatever platforms you regularly post on. Now, regarding the kind of content you'll want to produce obviously depends largely on your specific area of expertise and what you're promoting at any given time. Generally, subject matter experts will post helpful advice or tips they think their audience would find valuable, while the more service-based businesses will usually produce content that might show how to master a particular skill in the form of an informational how-to style video. Celebrities, influencers, and personal brands, on the other hand, tend to create content around a particular product they might be endorsing, or oftentimes will just share something they think their audiences will find entertaining or interesting in some way. Again, the type of content you produce will largely depend on what it is that you do, so knowing your audience and what they want from you will be critical to the success of your overall content marketing strategy. So to wrap up, you'll want to make sure you're consistently creating relevant content that truly resonates with your audience and positions you as the go-to person in your field. Then reaching as many of those people as possible by repurposing and syndicating your content across any platforms where your audience might be hanging out. As always, I hope you got some value from this, and if you could use some help or guidance on developing your own content strategy, click the link to get connected and we can talk about getting your message or skills in front of just the right people that need to know about you. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.